see how this works. Not sure if it's gonna. If only there was we were 50 years in the future and I could have a phone hovering, completely equilibrated, right next to me while I run. Because this is a little too manual, but we'll see how it works. Hi guys, welcome to this first running live stream. I just started, so now is when I kind of huff and puff a little bit more. So hopefully I don't do that too much. I usually kind of find my groove after a few miles. But I figure it'd be a good opportunity to double whammy some shorts and a hangout. I had some ideas for a short. As you notice, I got my Santa hat on and trying to do a little peacocking here, stay kind of festive. One thing I realized, and I wanted to share with you guys, is that there's one of the biggest gifts I think out there that can be given and that can be received is the gift of truth. I was blessed enough in my life. I remember I was 30 years old, sitting there, my old apartment, and something led me to Gary Yourofsky's speech, the best speech you'll ever hear. I remember I watched it once, thought it was trash. Thought he was trash. Everything he was saying was trash. It just went against my kind of industry learned inertia that I had built up and compounded. But after it steeped for a little bit, I watched it again and realized it's truth. And I thank that man today for turning me vegan 13 years ago. And there are many lies that are out there built by profit narratives, shored up by profit narratives. They count on us to believe the lies. They count on us to not question anything. War is one of them. Climate change is another one, believe it or not. Eating meat, cheese, milk, and eggs to be healthy is a huge one. Lamenting that we are all fundamentally separate is another profit narrative. Vaccines, medicines, B12. These are all profit narratives, guys. But this Christmas, I'm going to task you all to tell everybody a truth. Don't be scared to share as a vegan. Don't be scared to get out there and be active in your own way. All right, we got our first comment. Hi there. We are in the beautiful city of Maryland. Beautiful state of Maryland. And we're doing a nice little run today. So that's where I'm coming from. Nice to see you. Welcome to the chat. If you're new here, check out my videos. Learn about all the lies we've been told. One of the biggest ones is right here on this shirt, or the lamentation on this shirt points to it. We've been told that we need meat and cheese, milk and eggs to be healthy. And that's a lie. That's a lie, my brother or sister in the chat. We don't. So our goal, and my goal, and really should be all of our goals as vegan activists, is to share with our brothers and sisters how we've been lied to and how we've been wounded by profit narratives that excel off of our ignorance and are not seeing the truths. They laugh all the way to the bank. Hey guys. Hey, Santa James, what's up, Marcos? How you doing? We got Pip. We got vegan truthers in the house. Nice to see you guys. I was thinking about something earlier too. I'm going to share with you guys. So I'm wearing this vegan shirt, right? Compassion, nonviolence for the people, for the animals, for the planet. And it's got a lot of shit on the back too. It's a walking billboard for the vegan message. And I'm walking out my doors. Someone just honk at me? Maybe in vegan solidarity. I'm walking out my doors today and I see people in my apartment complex and it really exposes this whole dynamic of wearing t-shirts like this around people and seeing how it makes you feel as a human really exposes the inertia and the momentum and the compounded kind of lies that profit narratives have built out. I'm walking out of there and I see my people that live in the complex. Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing, everybody? Nothing but friendliness, Nothing but friendliness. And that I've learned is the way to go. No matter what. You're doing vegan activism, be kind. Don't be a dick. You're only hurting the animals when you're being a dick. People aren't going to listen to you if you're being a dick. No matter how cool you think you are, or how many likes you're going to get on your little video. But I'm paying attention to just my inner emotive gradient, right? Like how I feel. And part of me, through this learned umpteenth years of mainstream messaging, part of me is defensive and almost wants to signal defensiveness to the people that I see and I say hi to in the hallway. And that's just sad. That's just sad. But that's a product, everybody, of how keen and clever and divisive the narratives and the messagings are built up and out. They want to divide us. They want to keep us separated. The old adage, divide and conquer, comes to mind. Someone else honked at me. I don't know if it's the Santa hat or the vegan message shirt. And maybe it's the vegan message shirt. But my greater wisdom, which I try to nurture and cultivate daily, tries to be mindful of that inner dynamic too. And just tries to predominate with nothing but the spirit of kindness with interactions with others. You're wearing a vegan t-shirt, you're being active in that sense. Be friendly, man. Be nice. Be kind. Make vegans proud. Make the animals proud. But I just thought that was an interesting insight. I remember 13 years ago when I first went vegan. I started wearing vegan shirts. Gotta do it. I had one that said vegan, big letters, collegiate print, like I was going to vegan university. I thought it was cool at the time. and I still think it's cool. Well, I had just started wearing vegan t-shirts, and I ended up going to an Amish market to get some French fries. And if you guys know anything about Amish markets, it's mainly meat and cheese and milk and eggs. That's how they make their money. So I'm in line, and I'm getting these potatoes, and I'm sitting there trying to be the diamond in the rough, trying to make an impact with my shirt. And at the time, that's what I felt was the right thing to do. And at the time, I still think it's the right thing to do. Everybody, cover the world in vegan shirts. Cover the world in activism. But I'm sitting there, all my defenses are up, because I can feel the palpable energy looking at me. I can feel that energy. They don't like it. They don't like the shirt. And what that was, that energy, was the whole ceremony of me versus you. That's what it was. Alive and thriving in the hive mind that happened to be localized in this particular apparent geographic area in this particular apparent time. And this guy comes up to me, and he looks at me up and down. I saw him. I just nodded like a stone. And he goes, vegan, huh? Looking at me. And I go, that's right, vegan. That's what I said. That's what I returned back to him. You know, if I could put my arm around my younger self and help guide him a little more, I would tell him to not do that. I would tell him, I would ask him, have you ever heard about veganism? Sir, I know, not everybody knows of the word. And I would be there with him in that space. That's what I would do. And I would share with him as best as I could in signaling, pointing to the prophet narratives as the ones that we should be channeling our anger to. That's what I would do. But on that day, whatever, 12 years ago, I got my fries and I walked out feeling that me versus you dynamic, feeling that I was right and he was wrong. Anyway, I felt like I would share that with you guys. Hey, I got a second to stop. How you guys doing? We got 6 of you in here. Follow me on my run. I don't know how long this is going to last, guys. I told myself a solid 10 minutes, see if anyone shows up. We're going for 20. 20-minute live run. I just wish technology was at this place where I could have a floating hover phone, just completely equilibrated following me. I'm sorry for the bounciness. But it's nice to see all my vegans and vegan activists in here. You know, really, if you're a vegan activist. If you're an actual vegan, you're a vegan activist. Vegan share. There's nothing wrong with being a peaceful vegan either. But I think we are called as vegans to be defenders, to be protectors of both humans and animals. It's a broader calling than a lot of the me versus you vegans would lament. They're so blinded by science, division, blinded by that me versus you ceremony, right? By the way, wouldn't it be cool if somebody tried to get me to ask me a question about my shirt while I'm running, and then I could do live activism operating out of a multi-mile run? That'd be a novel happening, right? That guy just looked at me back there. I was like, come on, man. If you're curious, let me know. Abandoned gas station. But how are you guys? Oh no. Cabe, why are you doing that? It's not nice, big guy. Not nice. It's not nice not being vegan. You're being a bad example. If you have kids, you're being a bad example to your kids. You're being a bad example to your peers, your friends, everybody around you. And everything you're doing is at your own expense. The goal is to see the lies that you've been told, my friend, and to kind of pair your action value spread. Because I guarantee you, you're not a bully. I guarantee you, most likely, you are a protector and you pride yourself in defending others, not bullying them. But when you say something like, I'm eating meat right now, bro, you're a total bully. You're not, your actions are. You're exacting apparent learned actions that, I get it, man, we're all wounded. We've all been told is the right thing. Eating meat's normal, it's necessary, it's nice. I just want to share with you, my brother, it's not. And it's not nice to say stuff like that. Anyway, all right, let's continue this. We'll take a scenic route here. Hi there, how are you? Good. Doing a little Santa run here today. You know, gotta speak up for the animals a little bit too, why not? You too, happy holidays. Let's go, happy birthday. Take care. All right. Oh, you're gonna beat me. It's cold out here. All right, let's see if we can head down Aristide Allen. Anyway, nice to see my vegan truthers in here. Hi, Pip, how are you? All right, I got a colleague now. We're running together.
You live streaming?
Say again, I'm live streaming. Yeah, you're not on it, don't worry. I'm just facing it on me. You ever heard the word vegan before?
Vegan?
Vegan.
Yeah, of course.
Right on, what do you think it means?
It's like no meat, right?
No meat, that's right.
Yeah.
That's like the consequential, the kind of dietary definition, right?
Different, right?
Yeah, that's the dietary definition. Do you mind being on camera? Are you cool?
Yeah, cool.
This awesome person's following me.
Let's do it.
We're doing live activism while running at Christmas time. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
But yeah, I like to tell people it's more of an ethos, right? It's kind of living your values as a protector and a guardian. We're all taught, right?
Yeah.
That eating meat and cheese and milk and eggs, they're all nice, normal, and necessary.
Right.
But vegan activists like myself, we try just to point to the kind of puppeteers that control things, right?
Yeah.
The profit narratives. They tell you all this stuff. But
We're like a control narrative.
thank you, exactly, control narratives. Exactly. And we have the opportunity to share with others, you know, in the spirit of love and tell them that we don't have to follow orders from these guys anymore.
Right.
You know, do you think there's anything nutritionally that you can't get on a vegan diet?
No.
No?
Absolutely not.
Right on.
You can get your protein, you know, your calories, everything that you really need, your sugar.
That's it. So there it is.
Not having meat.
Sorry. So there it is. You've told me you're a vegan.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So all it is from here on out is when you're at the ballot box, the cash register,
Yeah.
you just vote for the vegan option, and you pair your actions with your values, right? It's kind of the great equalizer. What's your name?
My name is Michael.
Michael, I'm Jimmy.
Nice to meet you. This is my stop, man. It was great running with you.
Hey, thank you.
Great meeting you, man.
I love you. Have a great day. All right, that just happened. Should have brought cards. Okay. All right, guys. That was pretty cool. And that all just unfolded from wearing a vegan t-shirt. That's it. Wearing a vegan t-shirt. That was cool. Merry Christmas, everybody. I gotta take this camera off, take the governor off, and full speed ahead. Be vegan, share the good news with everybody else. Let's stop listening to profit narratives. I love you all. All right, bye guys.